Welcome back, everybody. Today we are pickling eggs.
You may have caught our video last year where we pickled about 60 eggs. Well, today we are doing it big. We are pickling 350 chicken eggs.
350 eggs?
350 eggs.
Last year we didn't have nearly as many chickens. We got a lot now, and they're laying very, very well right now.
Yeah, spring season is when they lay the most, and believe it or not, it actually tapers once we get to the summer. And in winter, we found we really don't get very many eggs at all. We went through those jars really fast last year, I think in
like a month. We eat a lot of pickled eggs, and like Arielle was saying, our chickens basically stop laying in the winter. We still have to feed them and everything, but we don't get any eggs. So this year, we're doing a little different. We're not just pickling eggs to eat throughout the summer. We actually want to pickle our eggs to preserve, so we have eggs to eat all year long.
Yeah, so it took us about, I think, a month and a half to store this amount of eggs from our chickens. We were still eating them a lot, giving them to the dogs, so we didn't have to really, you know, get too stingy with them, which was really nice.
And to store these eggs, all we did is keep them in these boxes. We have a dark cupboard in our house. Stays nice and cool in there. Eggs last a long time if you don't wash them, if you're getting fresh chicken eggs. And in our opinion, when eggs are at least 2 weeks old, maybe 2 weeks to a month old, they are a lot easier to peel when you hard boil them. So that is the next step. We got our Camp Chef stove over there. We are gonna hard boil 350 eggs. Whoa. We've got the stove lit, getting our water heated up. We're gonna do 2 pots at a time. Usually when we hard boiled eggs, we're not doing this many. The way we like to do it is we have boiling water. We add our eggs then, and we boil them for 14 minutes, and then we put them in cold water to stop the cooking. Today, since we're doing so many eggs, we're gonna do it a little bit different. We have cold water here. We're gonna put the eggs in, and then we're gonna bring it up to a boil, and then once it reaches a boil, we're gonna let it go for what, about 9 minutes?
Yeah, probably about 10 minutes or 9 minutes.
Here we go, the count begins.
Do you want to count them again?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, this is gonna take forever. You want to just do your own and I'll do my own?
Yeah. That is 106 in each pot. Obviously, we're gonna have to do one more round because we got a little over 100 eggs. Over there, what we still need to do, let's head over to the counter, and we're actually gonna go over what kind of pickled eggs we're gonna be making today. We're gonna do 4 different varieties today. We're gonna do classic, which we really like. We're gonna do the spicy, which we love. We're gonna do a kind of sweeter one with beets in it, and we're gonna do an Asian style one with soy sauce in it.
And these are just recipes that Eric and I have created. Some of them are new. We just kind of whipped them up with some inspiration.
And we're gonna use all different kinds of ingredients today. We have different kinds of onions, we have different kinds of herbs, spices, seasonings, different vinegars. We've got a bunch of different cool things we're gonna be using today.
And we've decided to do the most of the amount that we like the best. So we really like, we call it the classic. It's just really light dill flavor, light pickle.
Really basic.
Really basic, we love it. And we're also gonna do a lot of spicy ones.
We enjoy the spicy eggs. So yeah, we'll do the most of those 2. The sweet one and the Asian one, these are new recipes we're trying out. So we're just gonna do one big half-gallon jar of each one of those.
We already have all of our jars ready. We have 4 half-gallons for one of each of the kinds we're doing.
Yep.
And then we have 27 quarts.
27 quarts.
27 quarts. I think we did our math right. That's about how many eggs we get to fit. You get 10 eggs in a smaller, in a quart, and then 20 eggs in the half-gallons. We've got all our lids and bands out here cleaned and ready to go.
Yep, all we do now is wait. As soon as that water starts to boil, we're gonna set our timer for 9 to 10 minutes, and then we get to start peeling our eggs.
Yep.
Well, we picked a beautiful day out here. So let's get to 35 today. I think it's the 2nd of April, and we're looking forward to spring. It's nice to get out here and cook outside again. Got a little small kitchen and a little tiny house, so it's cool to get our stove out here again. While the eggs are boiling outside, we're inside the cabin grabbing the rest of our ingredients. One thing for us in the springtime, yes, the chickens are laying good, but a lot of the stuff, actually all of the stuff in our garden is not ready. It's actually on the shelf behind me getting ready to go out into our greenhouse. So we had to go to the store and buy the rest of our ingredients. I got them in here, bring them outside, get them all cleaned up, and start chopping them. This pot is done. It's been going for 9 minutes. That one's still got a few more minutes to go. What we're gonna do, since we have more hard-boiled eggs we gotta make, I'm just gonna spoon these ones out, and I'm gonna keep the hot water in there. We'll reuse it for those ones. So I'm just gonna put some snow in this pot, And we're gonna put our eggs in there, and it's gonna cool them down and stop the cooking process for us.
Unuseful spoon?
No, that's a spoon from the cabin. That's my new favorite spoon.
But it's not really good for this.
This literally feels like I'm standing over a campfire.
I'm doing one at a time, so is that really good? Oh, I got 2.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really one.
One time I got 6 in 1 scoop.
No.
No, I got 3.
I don't believe it.
Got 3
I
is
was going to say
missing.
3 or 4 would be max.
We're moving right along. That was 112. We had 1 casualty. This one's like a scrambled egg. Give this to Bandit. We got to keep hard boiling eggs. For your hard work. Okay.
Do you think if we had an Alexa, we could ask her to pickle these eggs for us?
Yeah. Okay, we had to grab just a couple more eggs and we put an extra in there in case we have another one break. But it's going to be exactly 350 eggs. It's going to be a lot of eggs to peel. I don't think I realized how much work this was going to be. Oh no! It went down that hole. That's like 4 feet deep. Oh well, I'll grab it. Well, we lost that one that fell down in the hole. Kind of broke open anyways, but we got some extras. Those ones are also done. I'm gonna drain those. Those are gonna sit and cool down. These 2 pots from the first batch, those are ready to go. We're gonna start peeling eggs. I like little eggs every once in a while.
Look at that.
Yeah. 3.
I'm not going to count them again, are you?
No, I'm just joking. I mean, we all got a lot of eggs, so might as well get comfortable. What if... Oh my god, that was also a big mistake. What if we both start an egg and we can't stop kissing until we're both done? No?
Well, we are almost done peeling all of these eggs. I actually hard-boiled another 10 or so because we had a few more casualties than I expected, but that's okay. I think that brings us back up to around 350 eggs. You may be thinking, what are we going to do with all the eggshells? Because we have a lot of them, clearly. Well, there is a little bit of an oyster shell shortage right now, and we feed oyster shells to our chickens. I typically don't feed back their eggshells, but because of that shortage, I've had difficulty finding them in the amount that I need for our chickens. So we're going to be saving them, drying them out a little bit, and then just feeding them back to the chickens as needed. Normally what I would do is I'd just put them into the compost and they just break down. And the chickens can pick through it every once in a while.
Some people might have problems feeding their chickens their own eggshells, and they might start eating their eggs, but for us, it's never been a problem. 2 hours later, and our thumbs, I can't even feel this one. We're on our last egg. We're gonna get things cleaned up a little bit and we're gonna start pickling our eggs. Well, the weather has turned on us and it is extremely cold out here now, but we're gonna continue on with our pickled eggs. We're gonna start with our Asian style one first, and we're gonna start working on the brine. In our brine, we are going to do rice wine vinegar. We're gonna do the soy sauce. We're gonna do some water, salt, we're gonna do the red pepper flakes, and we're gonna do the lemongrass. And we're gonna do just enough to make 1/2 gallon of the Asian style pickled eggs. Probably gonna do about a 1/4 cup. We'll start with that and see what kind of color we get. I think I'm gonna go with a 1/2 cup, one a little darker. All right, this is looking pretty good. I don't think I have enough liquid in there with our 50-50 ratio of just the rice wine vinegar. So I'm gonna do a little bit of our regular vinegar. Make sure we have enough of this brine. Usually when we do quarts, we do about a tablespoon of salt per quart. This is a half gallon, so that's 2 quarts. We're gonna do 2 tablespoons in this one. We are gonna do red pepper flakes and our lemongrass. We're gonna get this on the stove. We're gonna get it boiling, and we're also gonna get one of our jars prepped. We're gonna dip it in some hot water, and then we're gonna start packing some eggs in there. We're gonna be doing layers. We're gonna do eggs, and then we're gonna be doing our other ingredients. And the other ingredients for this one is gonna be carrot, shallot, ginger, garlic, and we're gonna do some of these little green onions. Garlic. Our brine is boiling. This pan is hot. We prefer, when we're doing our pickled eggs, if we're using veggies, you know, like the carrots and the onions, shallots, things like that, we don't like to cook them in our brine. We feel like it softens them up too much, and when I'm eating the pickled eggs, I kind of want some crunchy veggies. So we put those in there raw. We're gonna pour this brine over the eggs. We're gonna leave about a 1-inch headspace. I've got some lids over there warming up. We're gonna put a lid on, we're gonna put a ring on, and that's gonna create our seal. This is also known as open kettle. All right, one down, the Asian style. It smells really good. I can't wait to try these ones. Well, I made too much brine for that one. So on the next half gallon we do, I'm gonna tone down the brine a little bit. We've got some extra here. We don't wanna waste it, so we're gonna do 1 more quart of the Asian style ones, which I'm actually pretty happy about. We're moving right along. Let's start the beet pickled eggs. These are gonna give us a really nice purple color, and it's going to dye the eggs purple. Be kind of cool to eat those. We're going to do the brine. It's simple. We're going to do apple cider vinegar, regular white vinegar, and then we're going to do it 50-50 with some water. We're going to do our salt, about 2 tablespoons in this one also, and we're going to do sugar in this one. And if you're doing sugar, this is the point you want to mix it in before you get this all heated up. You don't have to do sugar. We're just going after a sweeter one with this one, so I think I'm going to do about a 1/2 cup of white sugar in there, and we'll get this on the heat. For the beet recipe, we're obviously going to use a beet. We're going to peel this one and thinly slice it. We're going to do whole cloves, celery seed, thyme, and some black peppercorns.
Can I put some thyme?
Yep, I was gonna put all that stuff on top. Beet ones turned out really good. Those are awesome looking color. I can't wait to try those ones as well. We're gonna move on to the spicy pickled eggs, and we're gonna make a lot of these ones. Probably make 1/2 gallon, and then we'll make, I don't know, maybe 5 to 10 quarts. Arielle's gonna jump in here and help me. The brine in that one, simple, so 1-to-1 ratio. Your vinegar go to water. We're gonna use apple cider vinegar and regular vinegar. We like to put a little bit of sugar in ours, so we're gonna put some sugar. And we also are gonna do our salt. Again, it's about 1 tablespoon per quart. As far as making this one spicy, we're gonna do habaneros, jalapenos, serranos, and then a couple other ingredients we're gonna do: garlic, we're gonna do onion, we're gonna do red pepper flakes, and a couple other little seasonings. Cool.
I can smell 'em.
Spicy.
Oh man, she popped.
Oh no.
That was that one I think that was a little messed up. I don't know why I'm cold.
Oh, it's cold. Yeah,
I know, it is cold. It is, but it's like,
There's your onion.
thank
Did you got garlic and everything?
Yes, I already did my layers.
Yeah, those are nice.
Look at the habaneros. This is actually our main recipe we used to. This is our classic recipe.
Yeah.
Spicy?
Spicy.
That was the only way you used to make them.
I like the spicy eggs.
But yeah, those are done. Cool. Perfect.
Oops. The spicy pickled eggs, these turned out awesome. We use these ones, or we eat these ones a lot. These are probably my favorite ones. We ended up with 12 quarts and 1/2 gallon, which is gonna be great to have this winter. We also added in some red onion in these ones. We did some red pepper flakes, some peppercorns, and a little bit of brown mustard seed. Now we are ready to move on to kind of our classic pickled egg recipe, which is kind of just like a simple, real fresh, good tasting pickled egg. The brine on this one, it's just about the same as the spicy one, but we're gonna go a little heavier on the just regular white vinegar. Probably put a dash of the apple cider in there, and then you wanna do, you know, your 50-50 ratio of vinegar to water. We are gonna put a little bit of sugar in this one, and then we're gonna do our salt. About a cup of sugar.
Here's just sugar.
Sugar it in there.
There you go. Second.
Yeah. As far as spices, we're gonna do black peppercorns. We have some cumin we're gonna put in some of these. And then we have dried herbs. Fresh herbs are obviously gonna be a little bit better. We don't have any right now. We're gonna be doing dill, and we're also gonna do some coriander in there.
Okay, these were our last ones. They look beautiful. And we're gonna wrap things up. We got a little bit of cleaning up to do. I think it's like 6 o'clock.
Long day of pickling eggs, longest I've had.
It's always really hard when you make these because you can't eat them right away. So it's really sad, honestly, in my opinion. We ended up with 26 quarts and 4 half gallons, and these look absolutely amazing. Very excited about these.
Yep, I cannot wait to try these. Our pickled eggs, we try to always let them sit for 2 weeks, and that's kind of the minimum. You can let these go a lot longer. We've had our pickled eggs that were over a year old. They just get more and more flavor the longer they sit.
Yeah, it like works its way more into the egg, I feel like.
Definitely.
In terms of storage, these are just going to sit in our cabin, and it works out well for us because they are in a pretty strong brine. What we like to do when we're actually ready to eat them is we'll pop up in the jar and put it in the fridge just to chill them down. I think they taste a little better that way, and honestly, the jar never lasts more than like a day with me and you.
Definitely, and if you're not comfortable doing it like this without actually water bathing it, you can water bath the quarts. You do them for 15 minutes just to be on the safe side.
Or you can put them in the fridge. A lot of people do that too.
Yep. I personally am really looking forward to trying that Asian style one. I was smelling that. That looks like it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I agree, hands down. I don't know, that one to me too. It just looks the most delicious. They all look good, but that one really stood out.
And you can do pickled eggs however you want. Obviously, we're doing them all different ways this year, so it's one of the coolest things about them. You can get real creative with them.
If you guys made these from last time, I know we got a lot of emails and comments, or you make them again this time and you have a recipe that we must try,
Definitely.
let us know and leave it in the comment section. We will catch you next time.
Got to bring these all inside now.
I know. Well, it's not the most chores we've ever moved in our life.
Got it?
Yep. Gentle. Good boys. Yum. One whole leg.